Hello, welcome back to QC Database Videos. Today we're going to be talking about AI skills, which you can find on the skills page of qcdatabase.ai. Today we're going to focus on two of them, PCF to isometric and zip maps. PCF to isometric is a skill that takes PCF files and renders them as single line isometric piping drawings. And zip maps, here at the bottom, this skill will take your rendered isometric drawings and the weld data that comes out of the PCF file and turn that into a weld map file format. That file format is ready for upload direct to QC database. But we're going to automate that process too. So let's get started. I've just created a new project in QC database called PCF demo. And I don't have any jobs in here yet. We could add one right here, but we're actually going to let AI do everything in this video, including adding the job, adding the packages, uploading the drawings, and weld mapping them. And what we're going to start with is just a couple of PCF files. So let's get started. Let's go back to that skills page, and we will download both of these skills, PCF to isometric. Scroll down, you see a little download button right here. Let's download that. And then let's scroll down and download this zip maps skill right here. All right, now that we have our two skills downloaded, let's open Claude Desktop and install them. Click the Add button at the top. Now we can upload our skills. PCF to isometric and zip maps. And so the first thing we're going to do is actually we're going to set up a project with that folder that had the PCF files. All right, and now that we have our skills installed and we have access to our PCF files, we can ask questions about those files. For example, how many spools do I have across all PCF files here? There's the first time we've used our PCF skill. If we click up here, you can see ran two commands, used two tools, and used a skill. So let's look at that. PCF info is one of the functions that's bundled with PCF to isometric. So you can use it for evaluating your PCF files. All right, so let's jump ahead and just upload these to QC database. We're going to take one prompt and do all the work that used to take maybe an hour in the past. I'm just asking Claude to render all those PCF files to isometric. I'm asking it to write a script to convert these into zip maps. And I'm saying after you do this, upload it all to QC database. I'm letting Claude break the work scope into packages however it wants. So let's see how that goes. All right, while Claude is working on uploading these drawings, let's look at what it actually produced. In the folder where we have our three PCF files, we have this PCF to isometric folder. You can see we have a drawings folder. And inside here, you'll see all of our rendered PCF isometric drawings. We can click on one of these to open it. Here we have one that has a concentric reducer, flange 90, another flange. And you can see here on QC database that it actually created a new project. And you know this is AI generated because you have that M dash in the name of the job. That's probably fine. Let's open this job up and let's see if it created any packages. You can see that it's created 3 packages and it's actually uploaded some of these drawings already. There's 160 total, so this could probably take a while. Let's open up this one real quick. Let's open up one of these drawings. And there we go. We have all of our welds mapped on this drawing. Maybe I want to move some of these out of the way down here. Welds are perfectly placed on the isometric drawing, but not everything's perfect. You know, we had to move the flags around. If we zoom in on the actual drawing here, you can see we have the dimensions called out going from center to center of the OLED. You know, these should be on the same side, like on this side, and they're staggered over here. So we're working on little details like that. If we zoom out here, you can see we have some spool labels. We have GWS 11, GWS 12 over here, and we have a field weld symbol right here. So it's doing a pretty good job of detailing. We have some weird stuff like this. We have these BOM callouts stacked on top of each other. They're kind of hard to read. So, you know, we're getting pretty close to something that can go from straight PCF right into a quality program. No uploading drawings, just no weld mapping. Just drop your PCF files into a folder and your AI agent can process them for you. All right, so in this example, I was driving Claude, but instead of a human driving Claude, what you could do is create a scheduled task inside Claude or any other kind of AI agent. And then this would basically check for new PCF files every day. And whenever new PCF files are added, as you can see from this video, Claude can take all that data, turn that into drawings, upload them to QC database, create jobs and packages, and then upload those drawings and weld map them. Something like this can actually help you deal with the delay of how long it takes to actually do this, but we are working on making it faster, so hopefully that's less of an issue in the future. So we hope you can see what we're trying to do here. In the past, a QC manager would have to log on to QC database, create jobs, packages, upload drawings, make weld maps. It was a very time consuming process, and our customers only used QC database on high spec industrial jobs where weld and NDE tracking was absolutely required. In this demo, even though it wasn't perfect, we proved that an AI can take your PCF files and turn those into a single line isometric piping drawing, add weld flags onto it, and then upload those to QC database, including building the jobs and the packages, where your inspectors, foremen, welders can now interact with them online. The end result that we're trying to achieve is zero waste and 100% quality coverage, not just on heavy industrial high spec projects, but also on commercial projects and any projects where you have welding. These skills are available for free at qcdatabase.ai/skills, and we hope you'll use them with QC Database as part of a holistic quality program for your company. That's all we have for today. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.